My darlings, I am the sea, and there ain't one square inch of earth that I haven't covered in my time. You will not find a more tireless traveler than I, my dears, 'cause water likes to roll. And there ain't much that I've missed, let me tell you. I was here when the first uncertain amoeba swam into the palm of my hand, and I watched it grow and divide and spread and succeed, and fish followed, and flowers and birds. Whales grew big and bounded across my ocean currents, and tiny glassy shrimp shone like sapphires in my depths. And I bathed and nurtured them all like a good mother should. No, there ain't much that I've missed. And I've seen all that's been, and I'm gonna be around long as this old earth turns around. And I'm gonna be around long as this old earth turns around. Well, as you can see, I am a force to contend with, which is why I was sent by the powers that be. You just try telling the ocean what to do, Hans. Go ahead, try. Waves halt right there. Floodwater, turn yourselves back to where you came from. I do not take direction easily, but I love to direct. I love to guide and carry and channel and stream developments down the currents that I desire. And there's a current development that needs a little nudge. That will be you, my dears. The human race has become such a raging success that it's about to give birth to the 6th billionth child alive on Earth. Congratulations, hon. Yes. Earth is becoming one pretty snug place to fit you all in. 6 billion! That's more years than I've been wandering the Earth. That's more stars than the clearest night sky could ever open to. That's more problems than you know how to deal with. Yet. And that's why I was sent. The parents of that 6th billionth child are going to get their wish tonight. Whatever they wish for will come to be. And we'll just see if they learn to wish wisely enough for a world of 6 billion. The happy couple are called. What? You see, when you humans listen to seashells, you hear the voice of the ocean. Stands to reason why when the ocean listens to shells, she hears about you. Let's see now. There are a number of candidates who are all going to have a child at the very same moment. Let's try Africa.
These are the days our fathers worked for.
No, Fahim. These are days that we have squandered from all that our fathers saved for us.
Oh, no. I don't like breaking into the middle of an argument. Let's try the Caribbean.
Paul, you know I would love you no matter whatever happened to you. Nothing in the world could ever make me leave you.
Who said anything about leaving? I was just getting comfortable here.
Oh, let's not break into that. Let's try China.
I find I am constantly trying to say something to someone to make some change, but I never know what it is I'm supposed to say.
But so much has changed already. We have gained so much compared to our parents. Look how we live. The past cannot be helped.
There is so much that cannot be helped, and it makes me so angry.
My, everybody's so touchy today. Let's try America. Ah, yes. The happy couple are called Todd and Mary Diamond, a busy professional couple from La Jolla, California. Lovely beach, La Jolla. One of my favorites. Mary is kept busy getting people to buy those talkie boxes you have attached to your heads. What do you call them? Cellular phones. Cellular. Amoebas. Now that's cellular. And Todd is what you call an investor, mostly in futures. Interesting idea, eh? I can't keep track of a single future myself. Well, Todd knows the value of all his stocks, and he has yet to learn the value of life. But he's got all night. Listen, Mary's about to break the news.
Todd, we need to talk. I've just seen the doctor. He gave me the news. We're now in the market for baby shoes.
How's that?
Have a Prozac, dear. Let it work a minute. We're about to become a family unit.
She's trying to say she's pregnant. She's having your child.
A child.
Our very first child. And I understand from the sonogram that it's a boy.
My boy, my very own boy. Oh, Mary. I've built my whole life for this news, and I'll build a new future he'll be able to choose. The best of all possible worlds for his own. My boy, I'm gonna build a future for you. I'm gonna give you everything a father can give. I'm gonna build you anything you'll need, so you'll live better than I ever did, better than anyone ever has. My boy is traveling first class all the way.
My tiny child inside, I'll watch over you. So sleep here safe inside.
My boy,
tiny child.
I'm gonna build a future for you. You are going to get all that you deserve, all I can earn, and then some. A king's ransom isn't good enough for you. My boy, I'm gonna build a future for you. I'm gonna leave you everything you'll need. Stocks and bonds and properties with titles that are clear and free.
But Todd, he's only a baby. Todd, he's only a baby.
I'm gonna build a future for you. I'll build you a hardwired nursery. Before your first year's anniversary, you'll have a nanny and a tutor and a laptop computer. By God, I'll buy you the world.
Stop!
Who are you?
Stop!
Who are you?
At the wild birth of the hot earth. But we don't have time for all of that right now. Let's just say I'm a messenger sent here to assist you. Your child shall be the 6 millionth child on the earth. And anything you wish for him, if you knowingly wish it and you willingly wish it, I am bound
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes!
Our boy will get everything that he wants.
Or if he's lucky, he'll get everything he needs.
Well, what is this? Already backing out of the deal? You said we could wish for anything.
And bless you, my child, you have wished for everything. Dear heart, I understand your desires perfectly. But when you boil it down to simplest terms, it runs a little something like this. All the money, all the land, all the resources that he can possibly cram into his bank account. All of this you wish for your child. And you shall have it. If you still want it after 3 short visits to 3 other expectant parents.
There's always a catch.
Catch? Hon, I am the catch of the day, the catch of the century. You just try to play along with mother's moods because I get inclinations that are positively oceanic.
There's something fishy about her.
Todd, I think we should do what she says.
What? Listen to some farcical fairy godmother who comes dripping into our living room dressed up like a seafood buffet table?
Mother has endured many a rude creature in her time, child, and she has the patience of ages. But Mary, best restrain your husband's mood before I lose my halcyon mood.
Is that a threat?
Honey, I reserve threats to them that's big enough to take them. Let's just call this a small craft warning.
The woman is mad. Daft! Clearly this is a case of shell shock.
Why, you naive little animal, been on this earth all of 25 years and you lecture Mother Ocean about life? Ha! I could tell you about shell shock. I knew these houses of living creatures, and I've seen these creatures die, and their shells scattered to distant shores, crushed into splinters of pearl. Live as long as me, dear hearts, and you will know real sorrow. To see all that you love die, these were mother's delight, and now they are all ground into sand. No, I am here so that you will never need to see such a thing. Come, let us journey to a different shore.
Todd, I feel funny. Hold me.
What's going on?
We are moving with the sea now, my dears. We have come to Guinea, a country on the continent of Africa, in which you own no stock, but in which you have much interest. That which happens here and that which you wish are 2 paths to the puzzle that you must follow. Listen. Listen and learn to wish well.
Alun! Alun, my husband, dinner waits for you. Alun, your children gather round the table and await your arrival respectfully and hungrily and impatiently. To what?
To all that you hear.
Hear? What do I hear? Only the traffic of the trucks on the road to Conakry and the music of the radios of every house down the street. Evening sounds.
It was not like this in my father's time.
Alun, you must not dwell on this.
In the days of our fathers, the only sounds that the evening made were the sounds of the earth herself. The sounds of night creatures in the forest and breeze in the fields of rice. And my father would sit here as I do now. Except he would truly hear the world. And it would speak to him.
Alun, the days of our fathers have passed. Praise all the gods. We live in the modern world.
A world without spirits or magic?
A world full of knowledge and technology. Electric lights that can erase the night at the flick of a switch. Medicines that keep illness from our children. Trucks for you to work on. And fine cities for us to live in. And highways through the jungle. These are the days our fathers worked for.
No, Fahim! These are days that we have squandered from all that our fathers saved for us.
Alun, do not have a tantrum!
I am no child, woman!
No! But you have had a troubled day. No, don't protest. I know you. And I know all your moves. Have I not shared 15 years with you? You come home from work, tired and angry, working on the engines of the wealthiest men in Conakry. And you come home and hate the sound of trucks and cars. Come, admit it. You sit here and wish the old world would return. A world without the sound of cars, and no radios, and no mechanical electrical jobs.
And no annoying woman's voice.
Certainly not. Far better when we women were kept safe in our own huts, with the screaming children. Far, far better when you men would gather at night for food and gossip.
Men never gossip. Men spoke of the traditions of our people. Back then, men knew why they were placed on the earth, and they understood the secrets of their craft. Nowadays, we work piecemeal, in pieces of a puzzle we never understand. Only the gods know the whole puzzle.
Is this really going anywhere?
Hush now and listen. You might discover that you yourself are the piece to the puzzle that so perplexes Alun.
Fahim, you are right. It's days like this that I wonder what it would have been like to have learned my father's craft. A silversmith. He knew all the secret spells by which the spirits could come to turn ore into pure silver. No one step of the process could be taken without invoking the appropriate spirit.
Husband, the spirits and the gods. That magic was never very much among us, I think. Even though I have tried to make my bargain with the spirits to cure a flu or to ward away evil, believe me, aspirin and the scalpel answer more quickly than any magical toads.
Do not mock, wife. My father could perform miracles. I remember once a woman offered him a pouch of dust and stone, and he had the skill and the secret knowledge to cast that dust into the fire until pure globes of liquid silver ran out of his kiln and cooled upon his anvil. And out of what had been rock and earth, my father created beauty and delight.
Yes, your father was a master.
But not me. I never learned those secrets. I never spoke with the spirits. I disdained my father's ways and sought the knowledge of the larger world outside. And now I am an engine mechanic. I work in pieces. I never create anything of beauty or delight. I create nothing new. Why do you laugh?
Only because I had intended to tell you something, my husband, at the first chance that I could, that contradicts your melancholy. You have created out of nothing, and it is a thing of great beauty. Once again.
You had to come and tell me this news. My father would have learned it from the spirits themselves. A lizard would have run into his studio, or a god in the shape of a spider, and announced his approaching fatherhood. I am the son of a magician, but no magician myself.
Ah, but you have at least one magic spell well learned. The secret of love.
Yes. I learned of love from those stories men told back home. I learned how love was invented by the greatest of all the gods, Niamia.
I know that story too. Women also talk of love when we're alone together, you know. I too know how Niamia created man and woman so different and so difficult to reconcile.
And why Niamia needed to invent love.
And that is the story of love, how God invented love.
Fahim, the only magic power that I want is the power to keep you by my side.
The gods would need a spell stronger than any that they have to make me leave you. Come, dinner waits.
Now, my children, what have you learned?
Wait! You didn't say we were going to be tested on this. Now let's see. What did this little scene have to do with me? I just love the Antipodes, full of cocoa and banana trees. But frankly, as far as I can see, this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me.
Well, although these people seemed very nice, didn't you get the feeling that they weren't quite, well, Christian? I don't care where or when this is. These pagan stories are menaces. Do they know nothing of Genesis? This has nothing to do with me.
This has nothing to do with me.
Don't see why you're making such a fuss. This has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with us.
Great. Well, thanks for the show. Makes me glad I live in California, though.
Oh, yes. There, but for the grace of God.
So what you're trying to say is that if one has the chance, he should be born in Southern California?
And rich.
And Christian.
Well, thanks again. Is it time to go now?
Not yet. We still have 2 other couples to meet and much to learn. Come, children. A gale wind blows us across the Pacific, west to the sun and dazzled splendor of Tobago. There's a couple there, 2 people, barely teens, whom you must meet. He is Paul, and she is Sylvia. Best, perhaps, to start with Paul.
Cowabunga!
Woo! Or maybe we'll catch up with him a bit later. Let me show you Sylvia. You and she have a lot in common, Mary.
Oh, we need to talk. I've just seen the doctor. He gave me the news. Oh, God. How can I tell him?
She bang 720. Sylvia, me girl. I just blasted a massive backside air, pumping up the wall, sliding faster than a demon. No slide, then tail slide, then again straight up the wall. And when I looked down, I spread my legs. I was 8 feet up.
8 feet and you spun? You spun 2 full times around in the air?
No, girl, I did spin, but not to 720. Mid-spin. I looked down and I thought to myself, oh me God, Paul, you're gonna bust your damn butt. You know, you should never really think when you're hanging 8 feet above a concrete wall. So I bailed. Instead of busting my butt, I slammed down the vertical on my head at 40 miles an hour. Oh. Come here, girl, and comfort me.
Paul, you are bound to break every bone in your body someday.
As long as I don't damage my face, my finest commodity. After my board, of course. Would you still love me if I had a broken nose?
Of course. It would add interest to your face.
And no teeth?
I would make you dentures out of seashells.
And if my cheeks got busted and my mouth couldn't shut anymore?
I would still love you. I wouldn't ever look at you, of course. But I love you.
Come here, girl, and give me a kiss.
Paul, you know I would love you no matter whatever happened to you. Nothing in the world could ever make me leave you.
Who said anything about leaving? I was just getting comfortable here.
Oh, dear, the boy doesn't know yet, does he?
Know what?
The girl is pregnant, dear. And I don't see a ring.
Paul, I was talking to my Uncle Charles again today. You know, he owns the Notion shop, and he say he might carry boards in his shop.
Ha! You see? They all think me a lunatic. Me with my skateboard down the streets. But now it catches on, and I become the most famous extreme athlete in all the West Indies. And then I catch the attention of the cameras and the scouts and the news from America.
Uncle Charles knows nothing about boards, of course. He would have to hire on a man to sell them. With good pay. And doctor benefits.
Sylvia,
Are you suggesting that I take on a slave wage job? I'm too busy working on my career. Nose slides and tail slides and 720. I am the best athlete on these two islands now. No contest. Perhaps the best these waters will ever see. I don't brag, Sylvia. I work hard. This board is my work, and it'll take me to my dream.
Can't your dream keep you right here?
The games, Sylvia. The extreme games in America with corporate sponsors, new clothes, new gear, money, appearances. They're paying my way from New York and to California.
Well, you've got to admire his ambition.
You know me, girl. I've shared everything with you. I've always wanted to get away from this little island. The sand blows, the sails fly, the ocean roams. Why can't I? Why can't I? The ships leave, the salt breeze flies east out to Africa. The ocean stream whispers my dream, America. America. This island seems serene, but it has been a trap for me. The mangrove and the palm present a scene so calm, you'd think it was sheer rhapsody. To watch the beach and ocean and the endless sky, to live upon this island till you die. But there's nothing here that gives me any reason to stay trapped in my Caribbean prison. The sand blows, the sails fly, the stars escape, and so shall I. I have a dream, my crazy choice, my hobby horse, my board will set me free. My board will set me free. Catch you on the flip side, babe. I got a date with a split of 900 degrees. Cowabunga! You be sure to miss me when I'm gone.
Miss you? I miss you even while you are with me. If I tell him, he will hate me. If I do not tell him, he will find out, and he will run away with his board to America. And I will be alone. But even if he finds out and decides to stay, it won't be long before he knows he lost his dream. No tournaments, no sponsors, no trophies. Only me. And he will hate me.
Well, my children, tell me, what have you learned?
Well, always insist upon a prenuptial agreement.
Todd, it's not the children's fault. They were just never brought up with proper moral values.
I'm not touched by this little scene, 'cause the poor have earned their poverty. And frankly, as far as I can see, this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me.
Their lifestyles are a malady. She pays for her immorality. And he knows nothing of gallantry. This has nothing to do with me.
This has nothing to do with me.
Don't see why you're making such a fuss. This has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with us.
I sure show you a troubled marriage in Africa, but you only see happy dancing natives. I show you a young couple headed for trouble, and you only see delinquent children. You must learn to look deeper. All of these people will have a child the same day you do, and all of your children will have to live upon a single world.
Well, luckily, we will be separated by a few thousand miles of sea.
How many miles must the ocean stretch to keep you out of the reach of hatred and poverty? Come, let us meet our last couple. These people, perhaps, you will understand. He is an engineer, and she works for the telephone company. We follow the sun, past the horizon, across the Pacific, to China.
Then it's true?
I've just heard.
And we will?
By September.
And he's sure.
Xiaobin, I am sure. The doctor only confirmed what I already knew.
A child!
A child!
Well, is it a boy or a girl? What did the sonogram say?
There are no need for sonograms here. In this country, a couple can only have a single child, so the point is moot. Boy or girl, this is their only chance.
Oh, when you say that, I get such a sinking feeling in my stomach. Why does that frighten me so?
In September, I will be a father.
A mother. Oh, a mother. Oh, Xiaobin.
What? What is it? Is there a problem with the baby?
No. No. Only that I will be a mother.
Yes! That is what it means to be pregnant! Oh, at last! Oh, Li Yu, I shall be the finest father in all Beijing. In all the earth there cannot be anyone who ever wanted a child as much as this. And he will do great things.
She will do great things.
Our child shall do great things. She could run her own company.
Absolutely.
Or teach at the university.
Absolutely.
Or sit on the central committee.
Absolutely not.
Why not? Our child can do anything. I will teach him to study hard and to work hard.
And I will teach her to think for herself and to stand up for herself.
But to be wise enough to know when it is an error to stand out. The nail that stands out gets hammered down. The tree that stands out attracts the lightning bolt.
Please. I try to have a conversation with my husband and he recites fortune cookies at me. It will never be an error for our child to stand up for herself. Our child will speak out as we never dared.
As we never needed to.
As you never needed to. I find I am constantly trying to say something to someone to make some change, but I never know what it is that I'm supposed to say.
But so much has changed already. We have gained so much compared to our parents. Look how we live. The past cannot be helped.
There is so much that cannot be helped. It makes me so angry. For my mother and for my child.
This does not help. Leave the past behind.
No, Xiaobin, let me speak. And let yourself listen and hear. You are so used to listening to other people, now please listen to me. I mean no disrespect. I know that proper order must prevail. Yes, I've learned that lesson very, very well. Civil order flourishes when all obey, and those that lead seek only the welfare of many. But just once, Xiaobin, they made the error, not my mother.
What is going on here?
Let me give you a little background information, Hans. You see, Li Yu's mother was already old when Li Yu was born. Years before that, when Li Yu's mother was a young woman, a crowd of angry people broke into their home and accused both of her parents.
Of what?
Of learning, or perhaps of knowing the wrong things. It's hard to know just what makes you humans do what you do. Shocks. Now that I understand. But you all, go figure. Well, apparently, Li's father knew too much about the West, and her mother studied too much about the past. There was a trial and prison. Much later, she was released, but she never really did recover. I prefer the tender mercies of the sharks myself.
Come, Liu, this cannot be good for the baby.
Perhaps it is the best thing of all for the baby, to speak the truth. I never told you my mother's crime, Shelby.
I never wanted to know. I do not need to know. Please, my love, the past was the past. The future is our child. We must live for the future. Please, don't speak.
That is what I have always been told. And what my child will never hear from me. Don't speak. Don't stand out. Don't make trouble. Don't bring attention to the family. The neighbors are looking at us.
That was years and years ago. In another time, an unlucky time. Our child shall be more fortunate.
Not fortunate enough to know its grandparents, though. But to find out somehow, from some official, that her mother's parents were enemies of the state. And why? Because my mother planted gardens.
Please, Liu.
My mother studied the ancient patterns of the mazes and gardens of the emperors. This is a crime. She created miniature pavilions made with tiny fountains and real fish. This is a crime. She could transform a wild plot of grass into a fairy tale scene of ancient days. This is a crime. And she worked for the sheer joy of the beauty she created. She did not grow rich. She did not stockpile weapons. She did not contradict authority. She built gardens. And for one terrible summer, gardens became a crime.
Oh, Liu. If it were in my power, I would blot out the past and write you a beautiful story that would be your childhood and all the joy of the past you never had. But I cannot. I have only the present. And I have tried with all the ways that I could think and with all the love of my heart to make you happy in the present. I cannot erase yesterday. So I vowed to give you day after day the best days you have ever known.
And you have. You have.
Our child will not know its grandmother. That is true and it is sad. But it has a father and a mother. A mother to give it strength and courage to stand up and speak louder than I ever did. And a father that will keep both of you safe for all the tomorrows to come. And I promise I will always keep you safe. I will keep all of us safe.
Promise me.
Perhaps we should leave the two alone.
But why have you shown us this? What is this to us?
He cannot make that promise, can he, Mother?
What?
The husband promised to keep his family safe. But no one can make that promise. No one alone can hold back the future.
But if he works with a savvy accountant, it's a snap. Well, with a properly diversified portfolio...
Stop! Do you appreciate anything that I've shown you?
Well, there are losers and there are winners. And we two are the winners.
Mr. Diamond, there is more to see than the things you watch. So far, you've only seen what these people do, how they act, merely the outside of these couples. You must learn to look deeper. Here, I will let you listen to the deepest hopes and fears of their hearts. Listen and try to connect.
My child. My child. I will keep you safe. I will guard you and your mother against all harm. I would never let danger befall you. I would build you a garden to keep you safe. Almond trees
by the riverbank would catch the diamond dew, and gauzy petals of the plum would blizzard in a storm of sunset hue. I would build you a garden to keep you safe. Music of the perfume breeze would whistle through the pine trees as the virgin new moon dances with the jade lights of the fireflies. I would build you a garden to keep you safe. But no garden wall is great enough to keep you past the grasp of the angry men who gain their power standing on our backs. Somewhere out there, leaders are arguing. Somewhere out there, armies are called, far beyond the help of any father. The murderers are trading their rhetoric for our daughters, their principles for our sons, and none can say who will set the armies loose, but none can flee when their neck is in the noose. And there is no garden, there is no palace, there is no magical kingdom where I can hide you against those madmen who set the world on a razor's edge and then in their madness push. And I fear for you and the future that these madmen plan to stray. And I can build you no garden to keep you safe.
And where will your son hide when his son is suffering?
Todd, she's right. Not even La Jolla is safe. We need to make a wish that's going to keep our boys safe.
Listen.
What can a father give to his son? My father tried to teach me the knowledge of our people, but I sought something greater, something far away. When I was young, the world was wide, and all for me to travel through. An open sky that rose above, a world where I was citizen, a world that cried out, come follow me. Oh, so it seemed when I was very young. I followed the call, but slammed against that wall that separates our small world from the others. There is no climbing over, no digging under that land of wonder, of promise and riches was not meant for such as we who live in our small world. Here in our small world we scratch our plots of dust and helpless watch our children starve. They never see it in that other world. Here in our small world we strive with the godless and reckless, and by gunfire and by sickness our children die. They never hear it in that other world. Somewhere out there, there is so much water it gushes through their plazas, pure and clean, just for the scene. No one even takes a drink, they simply let it sink, useless back into the ground. Somewhere out there, grain that we would battle for, they feed their cattle for top prime steak. Our one mistake was being born here in our tiny world. It's nobody's fault, there's only this wall that drowns us out. They can't see us at all, we never heard not a single word escape from our little world. What can a father give to his son when land, food, and water are all a-vanishing? What can a father give to his son when land, food, and water are all a-vanishing? The strength to tear down that invisible wall, the wisdom to see that our little world is only cut off by a trick of the mind. I will teach him to follow that call. I will teach him to tear down that wall. Damn them all! I will teach him not to beg but to demand. Our people, our little world, we too deserve to stand.
Water. So many small things like the sand on the beach. And yet, how will your son live when his son is starving and armed?
But he's got it all wrong. There's plenty of food for all. It's not a zero-sum game.
If you plan it that way, perhaps. If you wish it that way. But perhaps the noisy militancy of these fathers has all the wrong effect. Listen to their hearts. Listen to the mothers.
Mother. Now I become a mother. And I'll never have another child but this. In all my life, I will treasure every single moment of my child. Only one chance, only one child, only one dance with destiny. Only one turn, only one tune, all my concern is wrapped in you. Only one
see, all of this is the unspoken half of your wish. You cannot wish for all the plenty of the world to fall upon you unless you wish for it to disappear elsewhere.
But we can change all that. The decisions that we make now create the futures that we live.
And every child is a precious gem. Every child deserves your wish. Each one is a diamond child, the most valuable treasure on earth.
Then don't make it end this way. Help these people.
Ah, you must not sell them short. They can help themselves, too. Look. Here comes Paul all by himself.
Why didn't she tell me? How could she not tell me? That's why she talked about the job with her uncle. Ah, Paul, how dense can you get? I'm sorry, guy. I never thought anything could split us up. I'm not giving you up, you understand? But now you'll have to share me with Sylvia. She's the most beautiful thing in my life. And you are the most honest. You've taught me everything that's been important to me. Front side, tail slide, 4 feet of vert. Skating random steps and curbs, who did you hurt? Front side, no slide, totally soaked. Ripping the hip in your own master stroke. Cool board, you never caved into a vicious fools and jerks. Never slowed when they were raving or were tempted by their perks. You are the purest thing I know, a free device so sweet, who seeks the air and rushing wind and has no other need. I wanted to be free as you, but humans cannot find the thoughtless purity you own. You always will be mine, but now I know that I will never be so free and light as I front side, tail slide, front side, nose slide into adult life. Sylvia, our destinies are right here in the West Indies.
I get it! I finally get it. There's only one Earth, and everybody living on it is playing the same game.
Good boy.
So every father wishes the same for his son. That our side wins.
Our side wins. Whatever wish we want, it's for our child's own good. Each father wants his son to have the things he had hoped he would. But you can make a list for the things that fathers wish for.
A healthy bank balance.
A great sense of balance.
Emacs.
Knee pads.
Black market Uzis. Troubling jacuzzis.
All fathers wish for the same. A good education, Nintendo, PlayStation, a limited partnership, escape here by courtship. It's uncanny, how can we have such identical aims? Entrepreneurial skill, or steel will, an orderly nation, Olympic level coordination,
Tax sheltered nooks.
his daddy's good looks, the trust of his superior, the courage of the warriors. Whatever we want, it's for their own good.
No! That's not it at all. not about winning. It's about love. Every parent has the same in their heart. Whatever we want is of no account. Life and peace, health and joy, these things we wish for our boy. These things we wish for our boy. Health and joy, a peaceful world. These things we wish for our girl. These things we wish for our girl. Every child is a diamond child, a parent's precious gem. And every parent is prepared to offer any sacrifice for them. We are placed here together to make a world. We are all here as children of a single world. And I wish for you, my child, my tiny child inside, a place to abide in peace with all the billions who are all our children too. All of you are part of our family, and our future is yours, my children, my children, my
Todd! Todd, do you see now? No matter how different we are, everyone wishes the same for their child.
Yes, I see. I really think I see.
And what is it you wish, Todd?
If I wish to have the best for my son, then I must work to make his whole world the best possible one. The best world is the best wish. Is that it?
It is. My darlings, you have come very far tonight. You're only one step away from your heart's desire. Only one generation from the world you wish. Sing out now, my darlings. Tell your children what you wish. Sing out now, my darlings. Tell your children what you wish. May your wisdom, brother, what we don't know, triumph over pain and sorrow. Triumph over pain and sorrow.
May your deeds be wise, strive with daring eyes, hands that join to build tomorrow. Hands that join to build tomorrow.
I grant you your request if you want the best of your child.